Hello everybody. I'm playing around with the tripod, camera holder, phone holder. And it is a Friday, so happy hour Friday to everybody. I see Frank and Franklin is here. Hello to Colin, Unmitigated. Hello Kenyon Gray. Lights, camera, Mookie, absolutely. How is everybody doing? And well, I hope, as we approach the weekend here on finally a Friday game, the Friday happy hour game. I'm trying to muster up some energy. I'll tell you, I went to the gym this morning. I had one of my, what would you call it, supervised personal training sessions, I guess, would be the apt description. Yeah. That was, well, I wouldn't say grueling, but almost grueling. Mookie's going crazy. We'll see if he's, oh yeah, there he goes. Okay. He's not laying around today. He's all jacked up because there's a bird out here. You can probably hear the damn thing. Hello, Colin. So let's take a look at the game today. Cincinnati at Philadelphia in the middle of a 3-game set. Phillies won the first game, and we have a modest W1 and L1. Righty Sammy Ellis on the mound for the Reds, lefty Chris Short for the Phillies. Yeah, he's in the green room. He's actually up on the tower today. He's just Yeah, you just heard you hear him. Here he comes. I know you want the bird, buddy, but it's not going to happen. Okay? A good surprise. Let's hear about it, Franklin. Well, I'll go ahead and give you the stats for the starting pitchers here today. Sammy Ellis, despite the 3-5 record, a solid 3.30 ERA. He's made 11 starts, 2 complete games, 71 innings of work. Short, 4-6, his ERA at even 4. And 13 starts, he's completed 5 of them and has 2 shutouts. 99 innings for Short, which is among the league leaders. Let me take a look at that here. The Phillies now 29-21. They are in third place, 4.5 back of the Dodgers, just a game back of the Pirates. The Reds are in 5th place at 23-24. Actually, they're tied with Houston for 5th. Houston has ever so slight edge in percentage points, but they're both 9 back. I'm looking for league leaders innings pitched. Short's got to be in the top 3 with that many innings. Let's see. Wow, no, he's 5th. Koufax, Gibson, Marichal, and Bunning ahead of him. Well, he's in good company anyway. Here is the lineup today for Cincinnati. Tommy Harper in right field leads things off. Tommy Helms is at third base. Pete Rose at second base in the 3 spot today. Rose getting moved around the lineup quite a bit lately. Darren Johnson in left field hits cleanup. Tony Perez gets the start at first base against the lefty. Leo Cardenas at shortstop. Veda Pinson gets knocked down to the 7 spot in center field. Jimmy Coker will do the catching today. He'll hit 8th, with Ellis, the pitcher, batting 9th. I've got hairs all over the place here, and they're not Mookies. Well, that means they must be mine. I got a second Patreon subscriber. I was trying to think of some content I could put on there that would not detract from the YouTube broadcast, these games and the stat updates. So if anybody has any ideas for that, I'm wide open to suggestions. Just trying to drum up a little bit of support. I wouldn't call it income, but just to help the channel out a bit. As honestly, I don't think I can't see ever being monetized by YouTube. You need 1,000 subscribers for ads. I've been doing this almost 2 years and have what, 449? I was going to start the show with subscribers 650, please check in. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, I would think pretty much everybody who watches Strat-O-Matic on YouTube, 90% at least, know about this by now. So the odds of hitting 1,000 subscribers with this format, I would say, are very long indeed. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get to the ball game. I hate asking for that. It's like I feel like I'm standing on the corner with a cup in my hand or something. But anyway. The main objective, of course, is to have fun, and we shall have fun. And here we go. As Tommy Harper steps in to lead it off against short. Harper's still in the struggle this year, hitting 154, still looking for his first home run. The card obviously much better than a 154 hitter. Only 2 extra base hits, both doubles, 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch for short. That's a 4-8 right-handed, and that's going to be banged into left center for a base hit, triple to 2. It's a long single for Harper, and Harper leads off the game with a base hit. Harper, of course, with blazing speed. And let's check the Philly battery. Short a 0 hold, Dalrymple with that good -2 arm. That makes Tommy a 16. He'll be held on at 14, and the batter will be Helms. And Harper's going to roll for the lead. 2 through 5 or 11. 6, he just misses it. Here's the next pitch to Helms. It's a 3-6 left-handed. He pops him up left side. Grote will take it, and there's one down. I like that, Dan. Birds aren't real. I'm reading Franklin's comment now. My rookie lefty pitcher pitched the last game of a series. I thought it would be a throwaway game. He pitched a 3-hitter with 7 Ks. Oh, and that's the fictional league. That's not the 1872, right? That's the one where you relocated Tampa Bay. I forgot to give you Helms' numbers on the season. He came in at 274, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Here's Rose. Rose leading the club in batting at 288. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Switch hitter hitting right-handed against short. From the stretch, that's going to be a 3-9 left-handed. Single into right field. Harper's headed for third, and he'll get there easily. And the Reds have runners at the corners with 1 away. Rose, not a threat to run. Let's see how the Phillies are going to play this now with Darren Johnson at the plate. Johnson hitting just .219, but with 9 home runs and 26 RBIs. Both numbers lead the club. Against the left-hander, I'm looking at ground ball 8 now. He has quite a few. They're going to stay back and try for the double play. Rose takes his lead. Short checks the runner. The pitch to DJ is a 1-6 lefty. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Dick Allen going back to the wall. It's gone. Home run, Darren Johnson. And for DJ, that's number 10. That places him among the league leaders. 3 big RBIs. Rose and Harper score ahead of him. And just like that, it's 3-0 Reds. Hello there, Frank. Yeah, Frank, I should mention, had an exciting pre-play. 1-0 in 12 innings. A supreme pitcher's duel. That's an idea, Colin. I like that. Make the Patreon the Mookie channel. 3-0 Reds. Here's Tony Perez. Perez hitting .244, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. The youngster just getting going. Short with the windup and the pitch. That's a 5-8 right-handed. He pops him up on the left side. Grote will take it. And there's 2 down. Here's Leo Cardenas. The shortstop hitting .229, but 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. You know, the Reds, for all of their woes, have just one less home run than the Phillies do. 44-45. Short pitch to Cardenas is a 6-8 right-handed, single to 16, grounder towards first. And that's fielded there by White, who tosses it to short, and the side is retired. 3-1 grounder. The Reds get 3 big runs, however, on the 3-run blast by Darren Johnson after a half. It's Cincinnati 3, Philadelphia coming to bat against Sammy Ellis. I was going to ask, has anybody here played MLB The Show? I keep seeing these commercials for it on the MLB Network. But you need a platform for that, don't you? Xbox. You'd have to buy an Xbox. Anyway, has anybody played it? And part B, how do you like it? I mean, it looks really fun on the commercial, but I'm wondering how accurate it is statistically. And greetings to Ben, squeezing in late on a Friday. Ben off for a week now, if I'm not mistaken. I was just signing off yesterday when I saw that. Here's the Phillies lineup. Cookie Rojas at second base in the leadoff spot. Johnny Callison in right. Dick Allen is in left. Bill White, the first baseman, hits cleanup. Tony Gonzalez is in center field. Dick Grote, the shortstop. Clay Dalrymple behind the plate. Phil Linz gets the start at third base. And Short, the pitcher. And here we go to the bottom of the second. It's going to be Cookie Rojas to start it off. Ellis completes his warm-ups. Rojas hitting .244, 3 homers, 19 RBIs. Ellis into the windup. The right-hander winds and deals. 3-5 righty, and Rojas drops one into right field in front of Harper for a leadoff single. Rojas will round and hold at first. Let's check the Cincinnati battery now. Ellis with a +1. We find Coker with a +2 arm, so that's a +3 battery. Rojas is 16 not held, but he's not a star stealer, and he's got that dangerous 9 automatic caught. Trailing by 3, they're not going to chance that. Here's Callison. Callison hitting .295, 6 home runs, 32 RBIs, which is second to White on the team. Welcome, Bob Cole, and thank you. An excellent point. Yeah, they had the rainouts early in the season, as did the Mets. Ellis gets his sign from the stretch. Pitch to Callison is a 2-11. Grounder down to third. Helms to Rose for 1. To Perez, not in time. A 5-4 force. Rojas erased. Callison to first, and he will have to be held. With a +3 battery, 18 held at 16. And he is going to try for it, even though he's caught on a 9. 3 through 6, and he rolls the 9, and he's caught stealing. Man, I have not had good luck with that lately at all. That's the first time Callison's been caught. He's stolen 3. So 2 away, and Dick Allen the hitter. Next pitch to Allen. 4-3 righty is a fly to right field X. Tommy Harper ranging over for it. 3-2. On an 18, he makes the fine running catch for the out. Nice play, Harper, to end the inning. No runs, a hit, nobody left. A short outing for Short, yeah. I'm sorry, Ben. I hate traffic like that. All right, here's Short. It'll be the bottom third of the order for the Reds. Veda Pinson will start it off. Pinson this year at 259, 4 homers, 26 RBIs. The left-hander Short comes in there with a 210. Struck him out. Called strike 3, in fact, as home plate umpire John Kibler rings him up. Just over 14,600 in the park. Here's Jimmy Coker, now the catcher. Coker has not played much. He is 1 for 4. Short's pitch to Coker on a 4-2. He lifts it the other way to right field. Callison is there, and quickly there's 2 away. Something vaguely familiar about the name Jimmy Coker. I can't say I know much about him, but it does ring a bell for some reason. I'm wondering did he play into the early 70s? Because that would explain it. Here's Ellis, a left-handed hitter. Left on a 5-4. It's catcher's card X. That's going to be Dalrymple. A fine catcher, 2-3. The result of that play on a 3 is a foul out to Dalrymple, and the side is retired. So Short settles down in the second. 1-2-3 go the Reds. I knew that one was coming. I'll tell you what, I'm enjoying the Crockett, but if I was going to endorse one, to be honest with you, try the Coastal Peaks. Get either the Cosmo or the Muddy Waters. In fact, I think I am going to order some up. Just so while I still have the Crockett, so I can do a side-by-side. In fact, I'd say get them both. Decide for yourself. Everyone's taste is a little different. They're both excellent. I've got a cup right now, of course. As we go to the bottom of the second, and Bill White starts it off for the Phillies. White, of course, among the National League RBI leaders with 44. He's batting .260 with 10 home runs. Ellis gets his sign. The pitch to White is a 2-9 righty. It's a high fly ball to right field. Harper going back on the track makes the catch. Well, White gave it a ride. One down, here's Gonzalez. Tony hitting .304, 1 homer, 14 RBIs. Left-handed hitting outfielder. Ellis with the pitch. It's a 6'11 lefty. Flies it straight away center. Pinson backing up a bit and makes the catch. Thank you, Dan. It's like having a research staff on hand. It really is. This is great. I do appreciate it. So it wouldn't be that. I don't know what it is. Something about the name, maybe. Here's Grote with 2 down. Grote comes in at 205, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. The pitch from Ellis is a 1-5 righty, and he walks him. A 2-out walk to Grote. +3 battery, but very slim chance of getting the lead. Dalrymple will hit away. Clay hitting .290, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. 5'6" left-handed is single to 6, a liner towards first base, and caught by Perez. No runs, no hits, a man left. We played 2, it is 3-0 Reds. Mookie, calm down, buddy. I know. Hang on a second, I gotta check that message. This could be important. But it isn't. How about that? Well, that was a waste of time. Yeah, I'm expecting a medical referral, unfortunately. Nothing serious. Yeah, so I never saw Coker play, so it wasn't that. All right, catch my breath. 3rd inning, top of the order for the Reds. Tommy Harper singled, came around to score in the first, short into the windup. Pitch to Harper on a 2-6 lefty. He bangs it up the middle for a base hit, and Harper's 2 for 2. 16 held at 14. And Tommy Helms the batter. Harper is going to roll for the lead. 2 through 5, 11. 8, he does not get it. Helms swinging away now. Or is he? Helms squares to bunt. On a 9B. That'll get it done. Bunts it to third base. Play is to first. And Harper advances to second. So a surprise bunt there by Helms. Poor Mookie. He. Yeah, I can't blame him, and it's their nature. It's just the way it is. However, I'm already responsible for the death of several dozen wasps. I do not need the blood of a bird on my hands. I don't know why struck me as pretty funny. Here's Rose, short delivery to the righty. It's a 6-6 fly to center, playable for Gonzalez, and there's 2 down. Here comes Johnson. Darren Johnson's provided all the fireworks so far in this one with a home run in the first, a 3-run shot. Perez on deck, short stares in, the full windup. On a 5-9 righty, it's a grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Grote. Grote is a 322. Going into the hole, here's the play on a 19. He's there. Long throw in time. Nice play by Grote to end the inning. 6-3 X side retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. The 3 first inning runs standing up so far. It cooled off considerably here in Spokane. It will remain so for the next several days before it warms up again. 63 overcast and slightly windy. Can you believe that? Just yesterday it was hot. Well, yesterday it was warm. Wednesday it was hot. Don't mess around with Jim. I wonder if he was talking about Jim Wynn. No, just kidding. It's hard not to think of that the way he's been hitting, isn't it? Phil Linz will lead it off for the Phillies. Linz has not played much. He's just 2 for 5. One of those hits, a double. The right-hander winds and deals on a 4-3 righty. It's a fly to right field X. Tough chance for Harper. Harper again, a 3-2. Ranging to the gap on a 6. He's not going to get it. That's going to drop for a base hit. So Linz with a single. That's going to bring up Short. Short, a D bunter. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Short squares to bunt. On a 4D, that's good enough to get it done. Sacrifice bunt for Short. Linz takes second. Gee, that was on a 4. Who threw him out? The pitcher? Runner at second, 1 away, and top of the order coming up. Cookie Rojas, Johnny Callison to follow. Rojas singled his first time up. Ellis checks the runner. Now the windup and the pitch. It's a 1-4 righty. He pops him up right side. Perez calling. He'll take it. Big out there for Ellis, and here's Callison. Ellis checks the runner. The pitch to Johnny Callison is a 6-3 left-handed. He flies it to left field X. That's going to be a tough chance for DJ, a 4E6. Johnson on his horse. It's the E range, a 9 on an E6. He should have that one. No, it's a 2-base error and a run will score. Holy cow. Linz crosses the plate on the error, first error of the game. And that's going to get Dick Allen to the plate. 3-1 Reds. Allen 0 for 1. Well, that's why I was checking my text down. Here's the pitch to Allen. 4-9 right-handed is a high fly ball to deep left field. Johnson back at the track at the wall. It's gone. Dick Allen has just tied this game up with his 12th home run of the season. Allen came into the game. I forgot to announce his stats, didn't I? Allen came into the game hitting .389, 11 homers and 28 RBIs, all in just 113 at-bats. And he launches homer number 12 here. And we're all tied up at 3. All 3 of those runs will be unearned, charged to Ellis. And here's Bill White. Ellis's pitch to White is a 6-4 fly to center field X. That's Pinson. Pinson backing up now, 2E14. Whoops, we got a die out of the tower. That's a reroll. 2E14 on a 6. He runs, leaps, and makes a fantastic leaping catch, robbing White of the base hit. That's a web jam by Pinson. And that ends the inning. But the Phillies tie it up. 3 runs, 2 hits. Again, all 3 runs unearned. So the error by Darren Johnson really hurts. And after 3, it's a 3-3 tie. Hello, Arthur Richards, and welcome. Thank you very much. I wondered about that, Arthur. I appreciate that. I have given some consideration to maybe I should just let you guys do the chatting and I roll the game. Very hard for me to ignore everybody, though. Yes, Pinson covering a lot of ground. We go to the 4th inning. It's Perez, Cardenas, and Pinson. Perez 0 for 1, short into the windup. It's a 6-8 right-handed. It's a grounder towards first, single to 16. Here's the play. It's a single. Tony Perez will lead off single in the 4th. Phillies tied it in the bottom of the 3rd. Reds trying to answer back here in the 4th. And here is Leo Cardenas, 0 for 1. Short checks the runner. From the stretch now, it's going to be a 4-4 right-handed fly to center field X. Tough chance for Pedro Gonzalez. He is a 3E5. Ranging to his right on a 14. He makes a fine running catch for the out. Retreating to first is Perez. Gonzalez taking a possible base hit from Cardenas. And here's Pinson. Pinson struck out his first time. Oh, maybe I misunderstood then, Arthur. What exactly are you referring to? Pinson steps in. Short left on left. 5-4 left-handed catcher's card X. That's going to be Dalrymple. Good catcher, 2E3. Here's the roll on an 8. It's going to be a pop out to the catcher, runner's hold. So that's 2X, 2 down, and it'll be up to Jimmy Coker. Coker 0 for 1. He's actually got some pop against lefties. Short set. That's a 5-6 right-hander. He smashes one down to third. Linz backhands it over to White, and the side is retired. No runs a hit, 1 left. Well, that's the way I interpreted it, Ben. But then he said my chat is needed, so that's what confused me. Yeah, it'd be very difficult for me just to ignore all of your comments. It's a, I would thank you, Colin. I'm just going to say it's a camaraderie thing. Oh, Ben, that's great. Someone has to describe it. Yeah. Truer words were never spoken. Bottom of the fourth in a tie ball game. Tony Gonzalez will start it off for the Phillies. Ellis gets his sign from Coker. 5-9 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike three. Yeah, don't worry, Larry, that's not going to happen. And welcome, by the way. Here's Grote, who walked his first time up. Ellis into the windup on a 1-2. He hits him. Oh my God, we got to roll for it. He'll take first. So Ellis plunks Grote. I think that was accidental. I can't see Ellis hitting Grote deliberately in a tie ball game. Runner on first, one away. Here's Dalrymple. Ellis checks the runner. That's a 5-7, and he walks him. Ellis now, after the hit by pitch, a momentary lapse of control. And the Phillies have first and second with one out and welcoming in Dave Little. Here's Phil Linz, 1-for-1, singled and scored in the third. And that's going to send Coker out to the mound, try to settle Ellis down a little bit. Ellis struck out Gonzalez to start the inning, but they hit Grote and walked Dalrymple. And we're set to resume action. Lynn standing in, Ellis from the stretch. It's going to be a 3-11 right-handed, called strike three. That's a big strikeout for Ellis, as that brings up the pitcher with two out. Short, a right-handed hitter. Ellis comes in with a 6-5 righty, fly to left. That's going to be a can of corn for Darren Johnson. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, a pair left, no harm done. There was a hit batter. No biggie. And through four, it's a 3-3 ball game here on a happy hour Friday. Well, that's fine, Arthur. No judgment. Everyone has their own opinion. It's all good. It's all good, man. Short, ready to work the fifth. Ellis will lead it off. A left-handed hitter. The lefty issues the pitch. It's a 3-7 grounder to second. Rojas has it. Flips to Callison, one down. He issues the pitch. Where the hell did that come from? One down, here's Tommy Harper, who's 2-for-2 on the day. Short into the windup. It's going to be a 5-7 righty, grounder to second X. Tough play for Cookie, but Rojas, a good second baseman, 2E15. To his left now on a 15. Nice play, and throws him out. The two grounders to Rojas, two out, and Tommy Helms the hitter. I think there's a little euchre in all of us, Dan. Especially ever since the first Major League movie came out, right? Good, smart man, Franklin. I second that. Short's pitch to Helms is going to be a 1-7 lefty. Right in the heart of his good column, he rolls one to short. Grote gloves it and throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Short. We're halfway home in a 3-3 tie. Perfect Strangers, Deep Purple. Okay, I'm going to get some coffee. There we go, we're back. And Arthur from Brunswick. All right, bottom of the fifth. Give me a minute here to reset. Big lag here. There we go. Bottom of the fifth and the top of the order for the Phillies. Cookie Rojas 1 for 2 on the day. Ellis gets his sign. There's the windup and the pitch on a 4-6 right-handed. It's a slow roller to short. Cardenas charging it. Throws on the run in time. Nice play, Cardenas. One away, and Johnny Callison will be the hitter. Callison 0 for 2. Reached on a force, was caught trying to steal. Reached on an error and scored in the third. The pitch from Ellis is a 5-6 left-handed. Liner towards first, single to 6. It's going to be caught by Tony Perez. That'll bring up Allen, whose 2-run homer tied the game. He's 1 for 2. The pitch from Ellis on a 4-10 righty. Ho, 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 would you look at that? He smashes it to third. Helms has it. Throws him out, but I mean, look where he hit it. 5-3, that'll do it. And through 5, we're tied at 3. That made me aware very quickly how many home runs there are on Ellis's card, especially against right-handers. If you didn't know it already. Tweener, Dave. Yes, sir. I used to be a decent bowler, respectable anyway in my youth. Now I suck. We go to the sixth in a 3-3 ball game. Pete Rose will lead it off. He's 1 for 2. The pitch from short is a 210 right-handed, 210 left-handed. He grounds it to third. Lenz has it and throws him out. Lost my focus there for a second. That happens. Here's DJ, 1 for 2 with a 3-run home run. Short into the windup. 1-8 left-handed comebacker. Short has it and throws him out. And another tweener. Right in the heart of Johnson's good column. He grounds it back to the box. 2 down, and here's Perez. Perez 1 for 2. Short gets the sign from Dalrymple, and here's the pitch on a 1-6 lefty. Line drive into left field, 2-out single for Perez. So Tony Perez 2 for 3. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Leo Cardenas, who's 0 for 2. Short checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Cardenas. That's going to be a 3-8 lefty. Hard smash to third. Lenz. 2 white, and that'll do it. No runs to hit, 1 left. Still 3-3. We go to the bottom of the sixth. That'll be the first endurance inning for Sammy Ellis. Ellis has allowed just 3 hits. No earned runs, right? And it's White, Gonzalez, and Grote. Hell, Franklin, I'd probably throw my back out if I even tried now. Here's White, 0 for 2. Ellis gets his sign from Coker. The windup and the pitch is a 6-4 lefty. Fly to center field X. Pinson going back. Still going back. 2E14. On a 17, he's there to make the catch. Nice running catch by Veda Pinson. And here's Tony Gonzalez 0 for 2. Ellis into the windup now. The pitch is a 5-4 left-handed. Grounded to third base, X. Tough chance for Helms. 2E19. Helms to his left on the E range. It's a 6 on a 19. This sounds like trouble, and it is. That's going to be an error on Helms. E5. Second error for the Reds. Gonzalez at first, no threat to steal, and Dick Grote will be the batter. When did I start it? I started it either the last day of September or the first day of October 2023. So at the end of September, it'll be 2 years. Grote walked and then was plunked in the fourth. One down. Ellis from the stretch. 5-8 right-handed. That's going to be a base hit into left center. Triple to 5. Here's the roll. It's a 2-star single. All the way to third goes Gonzalez. And that's going to get somebody up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Out to the mound is Coker. Joe Nuxhall, the left-hander, is joined by Jack Balshin, the righty. Yes, these take some time. I figure just under 6 years total at this pace. Originally, I thought 5, but I took too many road trips. In fact, the last road trip, I tried to incorporate some of that into the channel. Okay, we're set to go. Let's see how the Reds are going to play this. Dalrymple and A bunter, tie game in the 6th. Grote not a threat to run. Dalrymple almost no ground ball A's on his card. They're going to pull the infield in. And with the infield in, here's the pitch. 6-6 left-handed. He walks him to load him up. And here comes Hefner, and that's going to do it for Ellis. One more hitter walk will fatigue him. Hefner's not waiting around for that. Right, left, right, left. That's a tough one. Nowhere I want to double switch either. That's going to make the decision a little bit clearer. They're going to go to the lefty, Joe Nuxhall. So Ellis's day ends at 5 1/3. He allowed just 4 hits. Sabotaged a bit by his defense. In fact, you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to give him one more batter. My apologies for the confusion. Nuxhall is ready. With a right-handed lens and the pitcher to follow. We're going to see if Ellis can get out of it on his own. He's yet to allow an earned run. Bases loaded for Linz, one down, infield moves back, trying for the double play. Here's the pitch for Linz. It's a 3-9 righty, grounder to short. Cardenas, 2 Rose, 2 Perez, twin killing. No runs a hit, 2 left on, and Ellis indeed able to pitch out of the jam. Yes, I'm much happier with that. How about you? Yeah, I started thinking about it, and what's the point of bringing in a lefty to face Linz? Oh, you mean 4.5 to go? Yeah, I play 6 a week normally, sometimes 7, mostly 6 games a week, but then of course then there's vacations, so that's, I don't know how to, I have no idea how to allow for that. Thank you, Dave Little and Frank. We go to the 7th. It's the bottom of the order for the Reds. Pinson, Coker, and the pitcher's spot. Pinson 0 for 2, short into the windup. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-8 lefty. Grounder to second. Rojas has it. Sidearm flip to White, and there's one down. Here's Coker now, 0 for 2. Short gets the sign. The pitch on a 2-12. He loses him, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Coker. And now it's decision time again. They're going to hit for him. So he gets to face one more hitter and get 2 more outs after I changed my mind. 6 innings for Ellis. 4 hits, 3 runs, none earned. He walked 3 and hit a batter. And he struck out, looks like 2. Seventh inning, short rated 8 for endurance, so no problem there. A lot of lefties on the bench. So it's either going to be Ruiz or Pavletic. It's going to be Pavletic. Pavletic and a little more power than Ruiz. On the season, Pavletic's second on the team in batting at .278, 5 homers, 12 RBIs. Yes, Bob. I knew it was going to be a long-term commitment going in. So yeah, I mean, the only thing I've got to have something to do in retirement. I just hope I live long enough to finish it. Here's Pavletic now, runner on first and 1 out. Thank you, Dave. Same to you. Pleasure to see you again. Short's pitch to Pavletic is going to be a 5-6 right-handed grounder down to third. Linz goes to Rojas for 1. To White, not in time. It's a 5-4 force play. Coker erased. So Pavletic at first. Carrying, tying a run. Do I want to waste a pinch runner here? In the 7th inning. Yes, I do. It's going to be Dick Simpson running for Pavletic. The reasoning there, Simpson most likely would not pinch hit anyway. No threat to steal, but a good 1 through 15 runner. Runner at first is Simpson, 2 away. And Tommy Harper, the hitter. Tommy 2 for 3. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Donnie. Short's pitch to Harper is a 3-9. Struck him out. Called strike 3. And that'll do it for the Reds in the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. When we come back, right, left, right. It's going to be Balshin. So Joe Nuxall got all excited for nothing. That's got to be one of the goofiest things I've done so far. But I mean, I reserve the right to change my mind, right? Anyway, it all worked out. Better to stop yourself from making a mistake than to say, oh, well, I already said it. I'm just going to go ahead and make it anyway. And now we're going to take a look at the Mookie cam. And now he's quiet again. He said, I should have done it earlier when he was going crazy. Now he's back in his throne. And I don't hear the bird either. That's why. What happened, Mookie? Did your friends leave? Let's take a look around here. We'll walk around and observe the mookster in his natural habitat. There you go, ham it up. Oh, now I hear a bird. Yeah, hello? Meow. Meow. Where's the birds? Where's the birds? Huh? Where's the birds? Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Frank, and you know, I don't have a problem with it. You know, that was a hell of an idea. I think it was Colin who suggested it. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I'll make the Patreon thing the Mookie channel. Seems to be quite a bit of interest in Mookie. Of course, you can see he's got toys everywhere and many more put away. I like to rotate them in and out. Okay. Let's check the position here. That looks good. And we go to the bottom of the 7th of a 3-3 ball game. And short is going to bat. He's a 3 right-handed hitter. Oh, Balshin's numbers on the season, excuse me. They're ugly. Holy cow. I'm glad I didn't look at this first. 10 games, 0-1 with a 12.27 ERA in just 7 1/3 innings of work. He's been hammered for 16 hits. Well, he's due to do better. Short's a right-hander. Balshin's pitch is a 6-9, and that's going to be single 1. That'll be a double for Short. Well, maybe Balshin is not due for better as Short, a ringing leadoff double. That's going to bring up Cookie 1 for 3. Balshin's set now. The pitch to Rojas is a 1-9 right-handed, and he walks him. So a double and a walk greet Jack Balshin. And here's Johnny Callison. Must be a good time for Joe Nuxhall, except you have the deadly Dick Allen on deck, who's an absolute monster against left-handers. Nuxhall is ready, though. If Balshin can get through Allen, you'd have to assume that Nuxhall will be brought in to face White and Gonzalez. First and second, nobody out. Phillies threatening in the bottom of the 7th. Balshin takes a deep breath, gets his sign. The pitch to Johnny Callison is a 6-7. 2-star single, a run will score, and the Phillies take the lead. All the way to third goes Rojas. And it's 4-3. Here comes Allen. Nuxhall is ready. Reds will bring the infield in. Boy, I'd hate to be Tommy Helms right now. Balshin's pitch to Allen is a 4-9 right-handed. He struck him out. And that's it. Hefner's going to make the move. In comes Nuxhall. Balshin, a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits and a walk, struck out 1. Runners at first and third are both his. Nuxhall 9 games, 2 of them starts. He's 1-0 with a 3.16, 25 2/3 innings. I don't know what's wrong with this Balshin. I mean, he's not good, but he's not this bad either. Bill White will be the hitter after Nuxhall completes his warm-ups. White 0 for 3 on the day. And we're set to go. Nuxhall checks the runners. Let's see how they're going to play it now with White. Infield will remain in for White, and here's the pitch. It's a 1-6 lefty. Grounded to first base B, and they get the lead runner. Holy cow, that's 3-2. Rojas is forced. Huge play there for Cincinnati, and the infield in not only saves the run, but it removes the runner from third base. And it will be up to Tony Gonzalez, who's 0 for 3 today. Phillies lead 4-3. Would they make a move here? If they had a better defensive center fielder, they might. But they're going to stick with Gonzalez. Nuxall's pitch, left on a 4-7, single to 18, liner towards second. Base hit, 1 run, 1 base advance. Excuse me. A 1-star single. Callison stops at third, and the bases will be loaded for Dick Grote. Lefty Dalrymple on deck. Nuxall staring in to get the sign. Checks the runners. The windup on the pitch to Grote is a 2-6. Ripped into left field. That's going to be over Johnson's head for extra bases. Scoring is Callison. Scoring is White. Gonzalez rounding. 14-16 to left field, +1, 17. They're going to send him. The throw to the plate. He scores. It's a bases clearing double for Grote, who winds up at third base. And the Phillies have broken it open here in the 7th. 4 runs across the plate. It is now 7-3 Phillies. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate that. I love stuff like that. Here's Dalrymple. He's walked twice, line to first. Left on left. Nuxall delivers the 2-10. Base hit into left. That'll drive in another run as Grote scores. RBI single for Dalrymple. Whoops. And the Phillies bat around in the 7th. Phil ends the batter now. The pitch from Nuxall is a 6-5 righty. That's going to be a single to 9 as he rips it into left field. Double 10-20. It's going to be a double to center. Dalrymple could try to score, but he's very slow. 9-11 minus 2-9. Pitcher up next, though. They're going to send him 1-9 to the plate. He scores. And on the throw, Linz winds up at third base. And Short will hit. So the Phillies with a big 7th inning. Nuxall's pitch to Short. 6-9, swung on and missed, strike 3. I'm going to split that in half and put it in there. But the damage is done. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 left. And the Phillies take a 9-3 lead to the 8th. Good point there too, Bob. I think you're right. My thinking there was maybe they get lucky and throw him out at the plate, but yeah, that inning the Phillies were taking a big lead that inning, any which way you want to manage it. And Frank, this baby is over. Short, his first endurance inning. He's got a huge cushion. Helms, Rose, and Johnson do. I want to thank everybody for watching. Helm standing in short into the windup. That's going to be a 2-6 lefty. He lifts one into center, playable for Gonzalez. He's there. One down, and here's Pete Rose. Short's pitch to the right-handed Rose is a 4-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Short with the big lead now coming right after him, and here's Darren Johnson. Darren Johnson is the Reds' offense today. Short's windup and pitch is a 3-8 lefty. Lifts it to center, backing up is Gonzalez, and that'll be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Chris Short. So Short in the shutdown inning does exactly that. And there's no point wasting another pitcher for the Reds at this juncture. The only other thing I might do is check the usage display. And Nuxall needs the work, so he's going to stay in. Well, Bob, really because of White, Gonzalez, and Dalrymple. He's their only real left-handed answer. I mean, you have McCool, but I guess I could have brought McCool in. It seemed a little early for McCool. Maybe not. I tend to forget that relief pitchers, pitched a lot more innings in those days. Here's Cookie Rojas to lead off the 8th. Nuxall with a 2-12 liner right into the glove of Leo Cardenas. And here's Callison. Left on left, Nuxall delivers a 5-7. It's a grounder to second X. That's going to be Rose, 217. Here's the play. On a 12 E range, it's a 4 on a 17, and that's going to be an error on Rose. That's the third Cincinnati error of the day. And it brings up Dick Allen. Nuxall from the stretch. On a 3-3, he walks him. Ted Davidson just about ready. One more batter for Joe. It's going to be White, who's 0 for 4. Nuxall out of the stretch. 3-8, single 2 stars all the way to third. Goes Allen, and Callison scores. And that's it for Nuxall. We can't take any more. Yes, I know the horse is out of the barn, but I can only let him get hammered for so long. Davidson, a lefty, but he's problematic against lefties, as you can see just by looking at the card. Gonzalez, 1 for 4. Davidson ready to work. First and third, only one away. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch to Tony on a 1-9. Struck him out. Called strike 3. And the batter will be Grote. Grote with the big hit in the 7th, a 3-run double. Davidson ready to go to work. The pitch on a 2-5. Single 2 stars, and another run will cross the plate. And it is a laugher. As Allen scores. On the 2-star single, White goes all the way to third. Give Grote an RBI, his 4th of the day. And it's Clay Dalrymple. 3-6 pops him up. Second baseman Rose will take it, and that'll do it. But 2 more for the Phillies. Both unearned, charged to Nuxall. So 5 unearned runs for the Phillies. Yeah, that doesn't go there, does it? 11-3. Yeah, they can't all be good. And let's face it, the Reds, other than McCool, there's not a whole lot to choose from down there. Did I blow it, Bob? Which one should have been a ground ball B? Which batter, Bob? I can take a look at that. Not that it matters. At this point, I'm inclined just to let it stand, as this game is well out of hand. But I will take a look at Allen in the K in the 4th. K in the 7th, 4-9. Yeah, I'm going to let that go at this point. My apologies. I don't see anything to be gained from rewinding it that far. So you had a double, a walk, the single. Did I have the infield in? Do you remember? Probably did. Runners at the corners. So that would have been a force play. Anyway, I'm just gonna rule that it stands at this point. It's meaningless at this point. Here's Tony Perez facing short. It's a 5-3 righty fly ball to right field X. That's Callison, a good outfielder. 2E3. Here's the play on a 13. It's an error range, so it'll be an 8 on an E3, and he makes a fine running catch for the out. Here's Cardenas, 0 for 3, short into the windup. 6-4 righty is a grounder to third X. That's going to be Linz. Linz is a 3E15 to his left. On a 5, he makes a fine stop and throws him out. Nice play, Linz. And the Reds down to their final out, and it will be Veda Pinson. Left on left. Short comes in there with a 1-6. Struck him out, and that's the ball game. (11-3) is the final. Lost in the wild inning is the fact that Short didn't allow a run after the 3-run homer by Darren Johnson way back in the first inning. So he was absolutely dominant for 8 innings. And he'll pick up his 5th win of the season against 6 losses. He gave up 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked just 1, didn't strike out many, 4. Well, thank you, Larry. That makes me feel a little better. As I say, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have taken a deeper look at it had the game been even slightly closer. Let's do the totals. I got to figure out these pitchers now. So Balshin came on in his 3rd. He gave up 2 runs. Then Nuxall came in. He got 1, 2, 3 outs, so he pitched an inning. Five hits. Whoops, Balshin's runs are unearned. No, they're not. It's Nuxall's runs that are unearned. Yeah, like I say, I'm inclined to let the... Right, okay. I think this is right. Not to worry, if not, when I enter it into the computer, it'll correct it. So Nuxall came in here. He gave up 6 runs. No, he didn't. Yeah, he did. Hang on, I think my runs are off even. No, it's 11. Six runs, 4 earned for Nuxall. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Davidson, 2/3. 1 hit, no runs. No walks and a strikeout. Balshin takes the loss. He's 0-2 now. And it's getting to the point where we're going to be afraid to use Balshin in any meaningful situation at all. Yes, Dick Grote has to be the player of the game. He reached all 5 times. He drove in 4. His 3-run double in the 7th was the big blow in the game. I don't think we'll get any argument from that. Not to worry, Bob. Appreciate it as always. Very hard inning to read, partly due to my writing, I know. So here's the totals. The Phillies end up with 11 runs on 12 hits, no errors. The Reds, 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. And there's the old 3-error rule again, yep. The Short pitched a much better game than I thought he was pitching as it was occurring, if you know what I'm saying. Like, in all the offensive bluster of the Phillies, I lost sight of the fact that Short was dominant after the first. 3 harmless singles after the first. Thank you, everybody, for watching. No game tomorrow. I'm going to catch up with some family time. And on Sunday, we're going to wrap up June the 8th with the Cardinals at the Pirates. Nelson Bryles against Vern Law. That is 1:30 on 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern, I should say, on Sunday. Now I got the hiccup, so good timing. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Enjoy your weekend, and hopefully I'll catch you on Sunday. Take care, everybody.